Nearly 20% of the world's oil moves through one narrow shipping lane, the Strait of Hormuz. If this route suddenly closes, the impact doesn't stop at oil prices. Within 3 weeks, it starts affecting shipping costs, logistics networks, warehouse operations, and eventually the price of everyday products. The Strait of Hormuz connects the Persian Gulf to global trade routes. Every day, around 20 million barrels of oil pass through this corridor. It's one of the most important maritime chokepoints in global supply chains. So what actually happens if this route suddenly shuts down? In the first week, the biggest problem is uncertainty. Oil tankers stop moving through the strait. Shipping insurers raise risk premiums. Some carriers suspend routes entirely. For supply chain planners, this creates forecasting chaos. Companies don't yet know if the disruption will last days or months, so procurement teams begin building buffer inventory. Orders increase suddenly, not because demand grew, but because businesses are trying to protect themselves. Warehouses start seeing unexpected inbound spikes, and planners struggle to adjust forecasts. By the second week, the disruption starts hitting the real economy. Oil supply tightens and fuel prices begin rising. Fuel is one of the biggest hidden costs in logistics. It affects ocean freight trucking, air cargo, last-mile delivery. As transportation becomes more expensive, businesses react quickly. Some companies reduce shipments. Some delay replenishment orders, others increase product prices. Demand begins to slow in certain categories. This is when logistics networks must absorb the shock. Warehouses face a strange situation. Inventory may be high, but demand becomes unpredictable. By the third week, the supply chain begins adapting. Shipping companies start rerouting vessels through longer routes. Energy buyers look for alternative suppliers. Some cargo shifts toward different ports or transportation modes, but adaptation comes with a cost. Shipping lead times increase. Freight rates remain elevated. Inventory cycles stretch. This disruption becomes even more complicated when it collides with normal business cycles. Many industries depend on seasonal supply chain patterns. Spring inventory buildup, summer shipping peaks, fall retail preparation. If a disruption hits during these cycles, companies face difficult decisions. Do they pay higher logistics costs to maintain supply, or delay shipments and risk stockouts? For warehouses, this means adjusting labor planning, storage capacity, replenishment strategies. Global supply chains aren't just trucks and warehouses. They depend on fragile global corridors like the Strait of Hormuz. When one route breaks, the ripple effects travel across oceans, transportation networks, and eventually all the way to the shelves in your local store. Follow Ops Evolution for real-world insights into how global logistics really works.